It's the last youth update of the year. But the fun won't stop here tonight either. Did you know that Knockmad's looking to hit the road this summer? Looking forward to bringing you that hard-driving Christian music to a church near you. Well, they are. It'll be a summer that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. These guys will take it in stride. They'll work to achieve. Should be a big huzzah. How's that for a little ad-libbing? Thanks. Speaking of summer, some people have already gotten a jump on vacation. Sort of a summer break vacation. But it wasn't really a vacation. It was mission work. It's called Mexicali. 18 guys and gals from Faith heading to the streets of Mexicali, Mexico, along with 5,000 others from churches across the country. Their goal, to tell kids of Mexico about God's love for them. It's kind of a vacation Bible school for Mexican kids. For everyone, it was a trip of a lifetime.
It was a very moving experience, you know, just with the fact that we could see them, their lives getting changed.
It was indescribable, but if I have to describe it, I guess I would say it was awesome.
We were foreigners in their country, and they treated us like we were family to them in their village and stuff. They treated us so nice.
What was life at the camp like?
Gringy. It was not a real clean place to be. It gave you that overall missionary experience in the rough. Bad food, bad sleeping conditions. It was a real dump. But you know, that's what missionary service is supposed to be like.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Before we left, I took a major shower and everything because I knew we weren't going to get a shower, and I was just dreading that. But when we got down there, it wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be very, very hot, and it was hot, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And the bathrooms, they were bad, but I mean, they were still there, and it was good that they were there. Some days we weren't sure if they were going to be too full to even use, so it was good that they were there. It was really, really rustic. It was great to just be with everybody all the time. Things that we thought would happen didn't happen. We thought we were going to be in a park. We ended up in a church. Songs. At least one of them seemed to know every single one that we were going to sing.
Each day we went in there and we would sing some songs, do a craft with the kids, and play around with them. It was really just to get to know them and to find out where they're coming from and what they're all about. And it was a very moving experience, you know, just with the fact that we could see them, their lives getting changed.
What was your most memorable experience down there?
This little kid named Pedro, I mean, this kid, man, he was a terrorist, man. Apparently he's in a gang in the area, we believe, and you know, they fight for their honor and stuff, and you know, and this kid just like was just beating up on these kids like every day, these little kids, and this kid just like walks up out of nowhere. He just kind of walks around to the back of the church and comes back, and he's kind of looking around. He sits down next to us, and we just keep singing. And he's kind of getting along to it, you know. Kind of jamming a little. You know, we started singing it, and it was just like so cool to see this kid tamed. You know, I mean, you could just see God working.
I went to the jail, a Mexican men's and women's prison, with Eric Shuttleworth, and our job was to paint. And there was this fella, this short, stocky-looking Mexican dude. He had a goatee and everything. A bad-looking dude, and I was hoping, oh man, I hope this guy doesn't start swearing at me at Spanish or say anything to me, because it would really freak me out. But I was getting closer, and I'd glance over at this guy, and he was just staring, looking around. And I was getting closer to the door, so I was painting the door. And he says, "Hey man," just like Cheech and Chong, it sounded like. And I was thinking, oh man, what's going on here? He says, "You one of our brothers in Christ?" And I said, "Yeah." It was so surprising, and at that point, I started talking to him. He introduced himself. His name was Manuel. He had tattoos all over his body. He was a tattooist. And right there, I learned never to, from then on, I never judged anyone down in Mexico by what they looked like.
On the last day, I had a little girl sitting next to me, and Byron was telling him about how you accept Jesus, and when he asked them to raise their hand, if they wanted to accept Jesus, she did. And then he asked them to pray with them. him and like repeat what he was saying, and this little girl next to me, tears started going down her eyes, and it was just amazing.
There was this one little girl down there, her name was Alma, and the first or second day she was like my little friend. She was around me all the time. And on the last day we had a thing where we prayed with them, and the interpreter said all this, that if they wanted to invite Jesus into their heart, then they could. And I was sitting right next to her, and everybody had their head bowed and their eyes closed, and Byron said, now if you want to, raise your hand and pray this prayer with me. And she raised her hand, and that just almost made me start crying. I was so happy.
The first day we went there, we walked in late, and they were singing, they were dancing. I mean, they're standing up clapping, and we don't do it here. And I missed that part, you know, because I want to get up and just start clapping. Just start singing, clapping, have a good old time in church.
The kids down there, they may not have a lot of stuff, but they're rich in a lot of other ways. They're rich in their families and their friendships, and their love of the Lord is really genuine because they have nothing to stand in His way. And when I go on these trips, I really learn how much I should be like that and not let things get in the way. And just try to be like
Mexicali wasn't the only trip out of state. Nearly 70 of us headed south for Kentucky, and the annual trip to Icthus. If you went, you know it was a great time, but if you didn't, here's some of what you missed. Finally, we've come to the part, the question of the month. We've all had wonderful and enlightening experiences in the past in our life, but as of May 1992, what is the most important and significant part of your life? We asked the question, and here's what we got.
Confirmation.
Yeah.
When I was saved,
My little medal here today at the Athens Relays because I won 5th place in the discus out of 17 schools because I rock! Woo! Gee, I don't know.
I'll have to think about that
The time with the cottage cheese and that angry bear.
probably being here. Seriously, being here.
Okay.
Saved.
I don't know. When you met Jessica.
Biggest moment of my life, has it happened? Does it matter if it's happened yet?
I got it.
What is it?
Today.
When I was born.
Well, that wraps up Youth Update for this year. So have a great summer. See ya.